Hey Tubes, Jonathan's wrong here, truth and budget.
Hello, Jonathan. Now, full disclosure, I actually promised Jonathan is wrong here that I would respond to one of his earlier videos, and I never got around to it. And then I started catching a couple of his videos and everything like that. Jonathan, first of all, I'd like to say sorry about your cat. And honestly, the more I watched your videos, the less I really wanted to dog on you, because, I don't know, I kind of felt bad for you. But currently right now there's a volcano going off in Hawaii, and you thought you'd chime in. Title of this video is Pray for Hawaii, Volcanoes Do Not Create Life. So, let's get in to the mind of Jonathan is wrong. Quick disclaimer, he lives up to his name. Let's just say that. Let's fucking do this.
Trying to get some light. Anyway, so I've been monitoring the whole thing that's going on in Hawaii. Pretty brutal.
Yeah, it's absolutely horrific what those people are having to endure. And just before we get too deep into this video, I would like to say, if you can donate to the victims in Hawaii, you should definitely do that. Save your fucking prayers. Save your thoughts. I mean, if that's all you can give, that's all you can give, I guess. But if you can donate anything, money helps and prayers do not. Prayers don't do shit, but make you feel better after you prayed.
And I just can't help but think of the whole, like, volcanoes create life type of thing. Now, that's clearly one of those, like, you know, inverted facts.
Oh, yeah. An inverted fact. Well, let me see if I can shed some light on this. Now, I'm not sure if you are talking about abiogenesis or just life in general on an everyday basis, but recently scientists have stated that they worked out that carbonyl sulfide may have been instrumental in stringing together the first molecular building blocks of biology. The discovery potentially answers the most vexing questions surrounding the origins of life. Just how did the first complex biological molecules appear? So basically, what they're saying is COS perhaps helped form those molecular bonds. COS comes from volcanoes erupting. So that's kind of, if that's what you're referring to, because that's like real big news right now in science. Well, not huge news, but you know what I mean. That's big news right now, that they think they have discovered that volcanoes might have aided in how chemically it might have started. That COS gas would have been really, really good for it. Basically, scientists exposed amino acids to this COS at room temperature. The researchers reported this week in Science that peptide chains were produced in a matter of hours or even minutes. What's more, chains could be created through several different chemical processes, such as oxidation, alkylation, and metal catalysts. Basically, quote, Gundiri, I'm sorry if I butchered your name. This is very simple and efficient chemistry. The reaction rates are rapid and can proceed through multiple pathways. So that is how volcanoes perhaps helped life start. Again, I'm not sure if that's what you're talking about, but there it is.
Because, you know, supposedly, you know, volcanoes, created all the continents and, you know, blah, 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 you know, and all this stuff. You know, of course, zero evidence for any of it other than the fact that, you know, okay, volcanoes spring up and they, you know, stuff comes up.
Okay, first of all, that stuff that comes up is called magma or lava. Do you somehow deny the fact that when molten lava covers a portion of the ground gets thicker? I mean, it's an extra layer now on top of that. I don't know of anybody who says that all the continents and everything were created by volcanoes. I would be astonished to find that out. I don't see. Here's the problem, Jonathan. I don't even know where to start with some of your videos. There's been a lot of them I've wanted to respond to, but you jump topics and honestly, you say some of the things that you say some things where I just don't know how you don't get it. I'm trying to be as nice as possible here, and I'm not trying to put you down in any way. I genuinely can't fathom how you can't grasp this. The continents originally came from Pangea, one large landmass, earthquakes, and shit happen. I'm just gonna say shit. I'm really tired. It's after work. Cause the continents to separate from each other. That's why, you know, all the continents seem to line up with each other. If you were to move them and push them together, they kind of line up. Now, with regards to do volcanoes or can volcanoes create extra landmass? Of fucking course they can. That's how can you not see that? You have ground, volcano erupts, ash comes down, lava comes down. Now there's more ground. It's pretty much that simple.
But when you look at the landscape that a volcano creates, it's death. It's a death field. Volcanic glass is razor sharp. Many indigenous peoples all over the world have been using obsidian as a tool and a deadly weapon since time immemorial. It's one of the sharpest things ever. Volcanic glass, very very sharp.
Okay, now I'm starting to see the confusion. You think volcanoes just erupt glass. Like just shards of fucking glass coming out of this fucking mountain. Yes, I will concede, when a volcano erupts, it's a death field. Nothing stands in its way. Lava will eat all. But eventually, Jonathan, that lava cools down. And life then flourishes. Yes, many cultures, the Aztecs, the Incas, I think the Incas don't, I'm not gonna bullshit. The Aztecs for sure used obsidian blades. In fact, the Aztecs had this club. It was really fucking cool. It was a big, it looked like a boat oar kind of. And on either side of it was this long, or actually several pieces of obsidian going into the wood. Basically, imagine a boat oar where the flanks of the oar were all obsidian glass. Yeah, that is a very deadly weapon. Problem is, volcanoes also are, rocks form from them, soil. It's not just glass spurting from this fucking mountain. You see what I mean? You see why I have such problems with your videos? Some of the things you say is like, you do a fucking Google search, man. Just do a Google search.
So you have these massive fields of poison gas, razor sharp ground, and like lava spewing out everywhere. And this is life. Life settles here. That's where it just doesn't make sense, because even if the terrain were to be battered down into dirt, it wouldn't be dirt, it'd be ground glass, which is one of the most deadliest substances on the earth.
Okay, so I was just kind of pulling your leg a second ago, but you actually believe the only thing that comes out of volcanoes is glass. And you think when it cools down, it's just ground up glass.
That's another thing that assassins have used throughout the world is ground glass. You put ground glass in someone's food, someone's drink, just shoot it down their throat. They're a dead person.
Okay, so whenever you talked about this assassins using ground glass, that kind of struck my ear. Obviously, you can't just hear something like that and not go, okay, well, I gotta check this shit out. Because I've never heard of assassins using ground glass, putting it in food and stuff like that. And it turns out that is a bullshit myth. I will link an article in the description down below where they fully go through and debunk this myth. It's basically featured in crime dramas and novels. So, not a fact, Jonathan. You're getting your reality from crime dramas and novels.
So the whole thing of like, oh, volcanoes create life, and this is where the continents come from. No. You can clearly see with your own two eyes the effects of volcanoes, and it's nothing life-bearing.
Yes, but eventually, again, Jonathan, that lava cools down and makes some of the most nutrient-rich soil in which to farm on. During the eruption, devastation. But then life flourishes around volcanoes afterward.
Dirt comes from organic matter. Things rot and become dirt. There's no organic matter, and you got a landscape covered in razor sharp glass. How does that become stuff? you can look at islands created through a volcanic activity in their wastelands. It's a death field where nothing, birds don't even land on it. You know?
Oh, yes. Look at all these death fields. Just, oh, it's horrible. All that greenery and shit. And look, those horses are eating it. Oh my God. And look at that. Look at that bird that's not sitting on that lava field. Oh, the humanity, Jonathan. The humanity.
So what, you're telling me, like, of course they need the model of millions of years for, things to slowly, but even then, how would any organic matter land there? Like, if even if somehow the wind or, like something brought some seedlings or like whatever, they wouldn't be able to take hold. The fact that I just said birds don't land there. So birds are not going to transport anything.
I hate to drive this point home, but here's some blue-footed boobies, because that's the best fucking bird name ever, sitting on a lava field. Look at this. Here's some plant life not forming in lava. Jonathan, this picture's not millions of years old. This is clearly a plant coming through the lava. Look, here's more plants coming through the lava, and more, and more. Here's some people walking on lava. Here's some more birds walking on lava. Look, farms all around volcanoes. Some of the most nutrient-rich soil comes from volcanoes. It's not just glass. It's not glass, bro. Yes, obsidian comes from volcanoes. But that's not all it is. This isn't a fucking anime. And no, I don't even know what the fuck that means, man. But every time you talk about volcanoes spewing out just glass shards, I think of some kind of fucking anime monster just shooting fucking glass everywhere. Just jagged fucking sharp pieces of fucking glass. Sticking in people's necks and shit. It's not that.
So it's just another one of those things that's an obvious lie that if you look at it and you think and you just use your eyes and like what's in front of you to make your decisions, and not listen to, people in white coats who hate you, it's obvious. So yeah, that's just one of those world models that when I first started to look into things of the whole, what they tell us doesn't add up type of things, volcanoes was one of those big things. It's like wherever a volcano erupts, it's death. Wherever lava erupts, it's death. It's a death field. It's not life-bearing.
I do have to ask the question why you think the men in the white coats don't like you. I'm going to assume you mean doctors, but I gotta be honest, Jonathan, when you first said that, all I could think of was like padded room. You're like, they're coming to take me away, haha, they're coming to take me away. The men in the white coats. Second of all, you're talking about, through your research and all this, man, a 5-second Google search. It literally took me 5 seconds. Go to Google, type in, how do volcanoes create life? I guarantee you'll get a fucking hit. I guarantee it. I knew there had to be some kind of recent article, because I've noticed through your videos, that's what you do. You hear some fucking article and you latch onto that shit, right? So I knew, as soon as you said that was very specific. There must have been some recent developments or something like that. Some studies where scientists think they might have come up with an answer, and they're very careful with their wording. And sure enough, I typed in volcanoes creating life. First fucking article talking about the COS. 5 seconds of research, Jonathan. It's all it takes, bro.
And it's just one of those inversions that they like to do. They like to reverse everything. That's kind of their thing. The Earth is flat and stationary. No, it's a spinning ball. Shit like that. Excuse my language.
Holy shit, Jonathan. You're a flat earther too, aren't you? Okay, I'm gonna have to muscle through some more videos. I don't know how, I don't know when, but I'm gonna have to do it.
But anyway, yeah, as far as what is actually going on in Hawaii, I have no idea. It's brutal.
Well, that is fucking obvious.
Looks like the whole island is gonna be overtaken by lava. Do I think that's, how that is, our things are supposed to go down? And, no, I don't believe that the Earth is a evolving system. It doesn't make sense. Why would it need to? it repairs itself as it needs. It does what it needs to do. It's a self-contained mechanism.
You just debunked your own fucking video. In that sentence right there, you just debunked your own fucking video. Lava comes out, destroys everything, new life sprouts into it. It repaired itself. Life grows. And you just said it after not 3 minutes ago saying it couldn't fucking happen. That is mind-boggling.
It's a perfect machine. But so is are the gates of hell opening up in Hawaii? Who knows? No idea.
That's it. I'm done. Y'all go check out Jonathan Is Wrong's channel. You can talk to him if you want. I'm sure I'll make more videos on him. Jonathan, I hope you see this. Again, sorry about your cat. For anybody who doesn't know, you can watch the videos about Jonathan's cat. I'm out. Be sure to go Patreon my ass. I really appreciate it. Thank you to all those who have supported me thus far. I will see y'all in the next video. I'm out. I can't do it. I'm done. Bye.